Here we go. Here we go. Welcome to another episode of No Cap Sports Talk. I got my man in the house, Coach Brown, Coach Manny. How you guys doing today, my man?
Doing well, doing really well.
All right. Before we get started, I'll give a shout out to Hustle and Heart, Pierre Desir, for using the facility. You guys tap in, man. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going to give you some great content. All right, guys, let's jump right into this, man. How you guys doing?
Doing well today. We appreciate you for allowing us to come in and everything and talk about McClure football a little bit.
Okay. Before we do that, let's get to know you, Coach Brown. Well, how did you start your coaching career?
I'm a Berkeley guy.
Okay.
Graduated from Berkeley in 1999, and Mr. Mitchell, our late principal, gave me an opportunity to come back and everything and start teaching and coaching in the district. And that gave me so much, gave my friends so much. And basically, man, just started when I graduated from Mizzou. After Mizzou, came back in after I graduated and started working there.
So did you play ball at Mizzou?
Yep, played football there. Played. Larry Smith recruited me.
Nice.
And then Gary Pringle came in, and Brad Smith, and
yeah,
he gave us that bowl that we needed, you know,
Yeah.
and everything like that. So got a chance to play with some amazing guys: Justin Smith, Justin Gage,
Yeah.
Zach Abram, countless amounts of guys that came through, and I mean, just really changed the whole mindset of what Mizzou football was. And Coach Pinkel took it to another level at that point. But yeah, proud graduate of Berkeley, proud graduate of Mizzou, and then went to Lindenwood, got my master's from there. So
nice.
yeah, so my mom and dad loved Mizzou, you know. So I really didn't have a choice in the recruiting process, but I'm really happy and thankful for that. After that, started coaching and working at Berkeley at McClure, South Berkeley.
Okay.
And was there 15 years before we merged with McClure.
Okay.
And this is gonna be our 6th year at McClure. So
wow, that time flew by.
Or whatever. So yeah, so we've been blessed. I learned a lot. Grew up a lot. Some of my guys joke with me. They said, "Coach, we saw a picture of you, years ago. Your beard was black." And I said, "Well, yeah, you continue to coach, man. I said, it's gonna get gray on you."
It don't take long.
Yeah, it doesn't take that long at all. But we're beyond blessed to have that opportunity to be there and everything.
So tell me this. So you grew up in Berkeley. Mm-hmm. I grew up in Kinloch, so we neighbors. How was your recruiting process back in 1999 compared to how it is now? What was your recruiting process?
It's night and day. Because now when my guys get signed, or you see the scholarship paper before they sign,
okay,
you have the national letter of intent, and then you also have NLI opportunities there as well. And so I'm just blown away with the opportunities that these young people have,
Definitely.
Which they totally deserve to have it. And I'm just happy they get the opportunity to really take that opportunity where they can move and stay if they want to.
Right.
As long as they have, great mentorship and someone right there talking to them and letting them know, like, be careful what you do, be smart, research and things like that. So just watching that, it's just a great thing. It's a really great thing.
Yeah, I noticed now it's a little tricky with that portal and the NIL, and things of that nature. It's going to be some guys that get left and thinking they're going to move, and it's a little tricky. We got some guys going through that right now, that situation.
Yeah, you got to be careful who you listen to.
Definitely.
That's the main thing. It's just like, I mean, even when we were in school, when Larry Smith left, he got, left, and then Coach Mill came in, there's some guys that was like, well, I'm going to transfer. And, you're going to transfer with them. Like, no, I'm not going to transfer because it's just like, thinking about the big picture.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about the big picture, then you'll be okay. But, I was blessed to have, a great mom and dad.
Good.
And a great village. And, when you're speaking to them, they're like, look, we're going to just wait and see. Let's see what happens. And it turned out great. Plus, I knew I was coming back to St. Louis and things like that. And that degree changed my stars. It changed my future for me and, everyone, that I'm associated with.
Speaking about that, my man, Coach Manny, tell us about yourself, man. How long you and Coach Howard been coaching together?
I think it's 22, 23 years.
Oh, wow.
I'm not exactly sure anymore.
So longer than a decade, I'm saying.
Yeah, a couple. Yeah, we go back a long ways. I got a job working at Berkeley Middle School.
Okay.
And I didn't know anything about the area. I'm originally from Chandler, Arizona, so I just started getting on the internet, and I was like, who's Howard Brown, and why is he 23 and he's the head football coach at Berkeley?
Yeah, I feel that.
So I just cold called him and called the school and
Wow.
got his number. And I'm like, hi, I'm Mark Manning. I love to volunteer. I love football. I played at Lindenwood. I played at Chandler High School before Chandler High School was Chandler High School.
Yeah.
Another national thing. But,
Yeah, they are.
he didn't even know why I was calling or if it was a prank or who is this guy. And so we sat down and chopped it up for a good 2 hours, maybe 3.
Wow.
I spent the first year with a camcorder.
Yeah.
Going to Herculaneum, going to Jeff City, Helias. I didn't know at the time that just by staying the entire game, I was kind of proving my worth.
Yeah.
And then year after year, just kind of showing, capable of doing the work. And so every year that we had started working together, got a little bit more responsibility, coaching offensive line, started to coach quarterbacks. Around that time, though, ego was everything for me. I thought I was, I had all the right answers. I thought that I was supposed to be this. I was supposed to be that. I would call him. You need to give me this title. I should be doing this. This guy's doing it wrong. I would fuss with the OC at the time.
Really?
It was really, I was really bad off when it comes to being very self-centered about what coaching was.
Okay.
And so I went to help my friend Dewan Hawthorne when he was hired at Hazelwood West.
Yeah.
I was going to be the OC, but we were going to run an offense that he kind of knew, made every mistake that a human can make in coaching during those 2 years, literally.
Like Coach Brown, can I come back?
I mean, he wouldn't have wanted me back even then. It was just bad. And so...
so speaking on that experience,
Yeah.
did you learn, obviously you're still around, so what did you learn from that?
To be humble.
Okay.
And I was lucky around that time to kind of gravitate. There was a church in my neighborhood, and God, he knew everything all along. And I was very fortunate to meet a pastor, Darren Patrick. And he was the first person in my life that had ever made the Lord and the Word make sense. If that makes any sense.
It makes sense to
Usually,
me.
religion and faith, it's like a heart. I feel it.
Right.
But he would say it in a way where I was like, this hits me here too. And then all of a sudden I started sitting in every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And
Some way to apply to your life.
slowly over time, like God really worked on me. And I'm very thankful for that. And totally changed my whole perspective about what we do and what we're supposed to be doing.
Nice.
And then after being asked not to come back at Hazelwood West, I was lucky enough to know somebody who knew somebody at WashU, and they needed a running back coach, and it was right up towards the season. And I was like, well, I've never coached running backs in my life, but I can teach them how to block, fit the the linebacker when they have to
Right.
pass pro or whoever.
Right.
So I spent a year there. We made the national playoffs, and it was a lot of fun. I've learned so much from Larry Kimbaum and Scott Mueller and
Yep.
all the great coaches there. And then at that time, there was a change at Berkeley. The offensive coordinator was going to be the new head coach at McCoy.
Okay.
And so I know Coach Brown had many people that he could have called on to do that. But just in our conversations in the evening time, he was like, why don't you come back and basically get this thing that I thought I was supposed to already have back when
Right.
my heart was filled with. So I know this is a long story, but I think it's important.
But it makes sense.
Ever since 2014, he's let me do the crazy hand signals on the sideline, and kids run really fast, and they give me all the credit for coaching. And I'm like, yeah, I did all that. I made that kid 6'3" and
Right.
100-meter runner. That was
Exactly.
me. I'm the guru. But it's been an incredible journey. It's been an incredible journey with Coach Brown, his family, the lessons I've been able to learn from his mother and father, his brother, his sisters.
Mm-hmm.
They've helped me as a father, raising my daughter. And then
That's awesome.
along
Man.
the way, we've just grown, and we've had some really crazy success. And now we're trying to tackle some challenges that maybe, other people would look at it and say, why would you choose to do that? And we're like, well, because we need to grow this.
It need to be done.
Yes, sir.
Somebody got to do it. You know what I mean? And some people give up.
They
You know?
do.
I understand when you're digging out the mud. So I like it that way personally. For me, just got to believe in what you do and just got to change the culture. And it takes a little time.
100%.
We've done it when I was at Zumwalt North, first few years, probably about 3 or 4 years. It took
For
a little
sure.
time.
For sure.
Now, I don't know how long it's taking you guys, and it's still, the last couple of years has been rough for us.
Yeah.
Not like our standard that we normally like,
Sure.
but you just stick with it and try to get it going again. And you just got to believe in yourself. You guys know, we've been playing against each other for a while when I was coaching at Normandy with Coach Torrey. So I remember those times, and it was battles, you know what I mean?
We all needed to repaint our helmets after
Hey, man,
those.
it was
8-0, and it was like
Slugfest on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
With the band and chicken wings. It was fun though.
That's right.
I had a
That's
great
right.
time.
100%.
Great time. And so you guys, what's some advice that you would give to your guys now that's trying to get to college in their high school, that swing thing that's kind of weird. You got kids that think they should be here, but the levels are changing with the portal and things that way. So I'm trying to tell our guys that it ain't all about Division 1. Do you want to play Division 1? I get it, but what's some of the advice that you giving your guys about college and trying to play at the next level?
Really just feed the focus, start your distractions.
Yeah.
Understand that whatever your decisions you make right now is going to affect your future. So what your future self is watching right now, and they're begging you to make the decisions that's going to be positively affect them later on in life.
That's deep.
And so that's the mindset. It's always that's our calling card. It's the discipline and structure piece.
Yeah.
And to understand that, man, in education is the priority. It changes your stars.
Right.
So in the individuals that we work with, that we serve, it's reality. It's from 0 to about 30,000 is the income in the household.
Yeah.
So you want immediate success. If you want something right now, but we're telling you, and all of us have gone through it, is if you do it this way, it will work.
Yes.
So I know you want the money. I know you want certain things. But if we do our research, we look at the data have shown and proven that all those guys who were doing certain things back at that time, look at what they're doing now. And now, we got 20 some years in coaching and serving the community. Now we have guys that come back.
Yeah.
And they'll sit back and they'll say, listen, I didn't want to hear this man talk. I'm tired of him preaching. I'm tired of him yelling. I'm tired of all that. But what they're telling you is the truth. Now, the hardest part for us was when we were in our 20s.
Yeah.
And we were telling 18-year-olds, like, hey, believe me, trust me. And you might not have had a father figure. You might not have had an older brother. So now you're saying, I don't know, why should I trust you? Now, those are long conversations. That's that, like, let's go to right across the street, Circle K, and let's get something to drink. Let's hang out for a little bit, because I want you to understand that this is life and death right now at this moment.
It is.
And I want you, coach is so serious. I want you to understand it's that serious. So for us is, what you going to do tomorrow?
Yeah.
What are you doing immediately right now at this moment? Because if you want to go D1, if you want to play college ball, you have to make sure that you have a certain GPA.
Yeah.
And then, Coach Menon does a phenomenal job. All the coaches do a phenomenal job of breaking down freshman year. This is what we have to do now, summer school, or then sophomore, junior year. And so if you do these things, now you put yourself in a position to be recruited.
Right.
And I tell them, I said, I cannot sell you to a college if you don't have these things. If you do your part in the school, I'm going to do my part in preparing you. And then you do your part on the football field. Now we can go and speak to university, whatever.
Yeah.
And then now we move in that right direction. And God's blessed. We use faith and hard work as our
I love it.
Our staple, our foundation, and what we do. And we break it down what faith is. We break down what hard work is. It might be common sense, but it's not. I said faith and hard work is different for everyone. I said, so if you stick to the blueprint, God will bless you, and then you'll be fine. You know what I mean? So I just love when kids post, it doesn't matter where I go, I just want to go somewhere.
Yes.
And I'm like, thank you, Jesus, because when you get that kid, I'm only D1, and I'm like, listen, this is what I had to do. And are you ready to do this? Because I see you every day.
Right.
And I'm telling you, every Division I person, male or female, whatever sport it is, it was a zero focus. It was a zero focus. Or they were blessed with so much talent that they can kind of, do certain things.
Right.
But I'm like, man, if you're not 6'5", if you're not running a 4.3 40 or 10.3 in the 100, you don't really have wiggle room.
Right.
Why should they recruit you over the kid at another high school? So, we have a lot of data. We have a lot of things to show them. The hardest part was when we were younger.
Yeah,
and they were like, man, what do y'all know? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So I'm like, now it's just like, man, you can listen or you don't. But either way, you're going to come back and tell me I was right one way or the other.
Period.
So I said, I'd rather see you, and your family and, and you telling me how amazing college was instead of you telling me, Coach, man, I messed up and you was right. I want to see the other part. I want to see the first one. So it's just, man, really, honestly, It's a lot of prayer. It's a lot of hard work, and just repeat that. Because coaching football is not that hard. No offense to anyone, but coaching football it's not hard.
It's coaching people.
You know, that's it.
That faith, that's where that faith comes in.
Build those relationships. You know what I mean? Like, that's everything. These kids do not trust anyone. And I get it.
I get it too.
We all have trauma. We all have those traumas, but just trying to build that relationship is everything. And then once you build that relationship with them, now we can go to work.
And I noticed once you guys change that culture in the football, because football pretty much leads everything in the school. Those athletes can spread that throughout the building and change the community as well with fans and stuff like that. And some of the things you were talking about, having the community support the games on Saturday and bringing out the fire trucks. And
that's right.
That's huge, man. Right. They never have that. They never see what it looks like. They don't know what that looked like. Right. You know what I mean? The community like, that's kind of tight. I want to go out and see what's going on.
Especially when you're right there on 270.
Everybody see it.
You're on 270. You have the obligation for the neighborhood. So everything from UMSL to south of 270 comes to McCool to play football, to play sports. Yeah. And so we have an obligation to serve and to work harder than anyone else to continue to captivate those young people. And God is blessed. I mean, you know, like I said, year 6 and we've won a couple conference titles and things like that. And we had the opportunity to go to a different conference. And, you know, and it's a blessing because now recruiting is even easier because of who we play. Okay. And, you know, we've played a tough schedule the last couple of years and things like that. And we've always tried to seek after certain schools and things like that to test where we're at. You know, and things like that. Not us as coaches, but our players and things like that. And I mean, we're excited about it. Every year we're excited about it. You know, we get started again in a couple of weeks. And you know, it's not work.
That's good.
You know, it's not work. Like, we just love it. So
well, God bless you guys, man, for having somebody like you both telling a story to help those guys, man, and the kids in the community. It's a kudos to you guys, and I'm glad to have you guys out on the show, man. Is anybody else you guys want to shout out, or you want any questions for myself?
No, we just appreciate you. We appreciate you, man. You know, and we appreciate all you guys, even if we're going north to always come to the Jamboree and things like that, because we appreciate it. When we remember a time where we called people and we were like, "Hey, can we get in the Jamboree?" Which it was like, "We'll call you back." Oh wow! You know, and it was 20 years ago. You know what I mean? But I get it. It's like that. It's a stereotypical belief, definitely, of our community. Yep. And you know, I'm a part of the community. We have thousands of young men and young ladies who are parts of our community who are amazing. But you know, you get out the way, that light shine through is the good Lord. And we just shout out to our principals, our administrative, our admin team. You know, they're amazing. They let us do what we need to do. Our community, you know, Berkeley is always, I bleed it, you know, and everything like that. And we all bleed it now. And we're just very thankful for people to give us opportunity again.
Hey, man, thank you guys for coming out, man. I appreciate it. And that's going to be the end of our show. No cap. Tap in. Because it's no cap, no cap, no cap.
No, I ain't playing with them. I ain't playing with them. No, I ain't playing with them. All of my jeans got bands in them. I knock them out of my head.